So I'm new to Boulder. My name's Adam Mayer, and I'm a guide. I guide disabled athletes. These are people that are blind, deaf, missing limbs, wheelchairs, and they run marathons. Though the word disabled is a little misleading. I think it's like a marketing team created and branded this word to put limits on others, because the people I work with are far more abled than disabled. And here's a few lessons and people that have changed my view on the word disability. Determination. Paul Kelly, he's a good friend of mine. He's a quadriplegic, which means all 4 of his limbs are paralyzed. He was given 5 years to live after his accident, and that was 36 years ago. Paul eventually got tired of listening to people talk about limitations and disability, so he stopped listening and started racing. Since 2007, he's finished hundreds of races and over 10 marathons a year. But Paul doesn't stop at the marathon distance. He's an ultra marathoner. He's done 100 miles across the Outer Banks at the Graveyard 100. He finished the race, he won the race, and he still holds a course record in 15 hours. Paul's ability has inspired many, but it goes beyond the miles. He's raised over $100,000 for Hope for Warriors and coaches our wounded vets when they return home. Everyone should know who Paul Kelly is. Perseverance. Colleen Alexander was run over a truck while riding her bike after a 600-mile ride. She was found wedged under the tires of a 30-ton freight truck with her bicycle. She died twice, which means she flatlined twice, 48 hours of surgery, 70 blood transfusions, and 5 weeks of coma. She chose to fight and live. Today and every day forward, perseverance isn't an option for Colleen. It's a way of life. She told her doctors at Yale they were wrong when they said she'd never have an active life again. Since the accident, Colleen's done over 75 races, and she gives her medals to the doctors, EMTs, and nurses who saved her life. She still undergoes surgeries, and they'll tell her, no running, Colleen. So she listens to them, and by listening to them, she finishes her marathons in hand-crank wheelchairs. She started from small goals and worked her way up to even coming out here to Boulder this summer and finishing the Boulder Ironman. Ambition. Some of you may know Amelia Dickerson, who's a local runner here. She's visually impaired, can't see at all, but for some of you who don't know her, she's soft-spoken and humble in person, but her noise comes on race day. She says she has an internal voice that tells her she's tough and fierce. You can normally find her at the front of the pack at most races, traveling with an entourage of guides, because sometimes they just can't keep up. Her dreams and goals run big. She aspires to compete in the Paralympics in the marathon distance, and I have no doubt she'll achieve that. It's humbling to know Amelia, and definitely humbling to run with her. Gratitude. So Ryan Evans, he's fit, he's strong. You would never know what his story is. What he battles is bipolar, schizophrenia, and obsessive compulsive. He's the most genuine and kind, endearing person I know. He went from a life filled with drugs and food addiction, being morbidly obese, to finding his community in the guides and finishing marathons. I've seen his life changed. His obsessive disorder now fixates, instead of drugs and alcohol and food, to gratitude and running loops in Central Park. Happiness. This is the byproduct of guiding. The people I've guided have taught me to smile more and enjoy the moment. They've also taught me that life can change in a second. As cliche as it sounds, every moment really does matter. Each person teaches me more than I could ever give back to them. It makes me a better person and challenges me to keep going. I've learned that we are all tougher than we think we are, and we're stronger than we think we are, and we can do more than we think we can. Guiding athletes of all abilities has been one of the greatest achievements of my life. I encourage all of you to use your talents to help others, and you too will find purpose. Thank you.